Hi everybody, today is October 29th, 2021. I want to come to you with a dream that I had on the 27th of October 2021. I'm just going to tell you the dream and then we'll get to it. So in the dream, I was walking through a college and there was an assembly of people that were grouped together, like for a speaker or something like that. It was a large group of people in this assembly, and like a common area at a college, there was lots of people walking around, but there were some just sitting there as if they're just waiting for the speaker. All of a sudden, soldiers in brown uniforms, like they looked kind of like 1930s British battle dress looking uniforms, they came infiltrating through the doors next into this assembly, and they became lots of them. Lots of them started coming in, and through the doors they were rushing in great numbers into the area. One of the soldiermen came over to me and said, "You need to get out of here," and then kept going because there were such a large number of them coming in through the doorway. And I stood there wondering what would be considered a safe place, or what the unsafe thing that was going to happen was, and where it would occur. And if I could figure that out, I could get away from there. Then another soldier grabbed my arm and pushed me to where the stairs were, and he said, "You need to get out of here. You need to get out of here." And so when I saw the stairs, I walked up the stairs, and in haste, lots of people were going up the stairs, and they were seating themselves in this upper auditorium in like a balcony view. So you had your view of what was going on in the lower auditorium where the people were seated, and all the soldiers were kind of, I guess, not attacking, but like riot controlling these people in the auditorium. So I took my seat in that upper auditorium, and I could see a riot-like action taking place between the soldiers and the people seated for the lecture. I heard insurrection, and then I saw terrible things happening to the people. It was terrible things that were happening to the people seated down below. And it was almost like a Colosseum-like moment where you're looking down on these horrific things that were happening to these people. Then it was so bad that I heard, "Look away." And as I turned my head, and it was a moment, it was just crazy in this dream. I looked away, and it was almost like when you're watching a movie and some horrific scene is about to occur, and you just can't watch it. And then you know how you kind of close your eyes in a bad scene in a movie or something, you look away just because it's so graphic in nature. You can't handle it, and you don't want it to resonate within your body and that image to take up space. Then the doors were opened upstairs, and we went out through a mall-like area, and a friend was nearby and talking to me, and she said I was a hot dog and not a hamburger, so she couldn't represent me at the trial because her other friends were hamburgers. She would only be able to represent them. Then she asked if I understood. I thought she was supposed to be my friend, but when the going got tough, she wasn't. So again, she asked if I understood, and I said, "Yes, I'm a hot dog, and you won't represent me." And I walked away. Then I went to a dorm room, and I saw a shower with a bed in the basin, and then on the next tier down there was a bathtub. And I was thinking I would rather take a shower because it took less time, but instead I laid in the bath. The big things that have been pointed out to me over the last couple days, and this is why I'm bringing it to you, is that it's such short time. It's just such short time, guys. The fact that the bridesmaids are really coming to mind today, especially that there will be some that can't hear or see or communicate with God. They cannot communicate with God, and that's why they look to the other bridesmaids that have lamp in their oil that is still in their lampstands. It's because they can't communicate with God, and they're looking to the other bridesmaids to, I don't know, show them how or what God tells them. But what's really important in these last days, I think, is that we can hear God, and then we can take his direction, because that's the problem, is that people are looking to each other for answers, and they should be looking to God. They should be hearing from God, either through dreams or visions or just sitting and praying and hearing his voice. And that's the problem. I don't I also want to think about Lot and how he had a chance. You know, the angels warned him. Noah didn't know when the rains would fall, but Lot knew when the time would come upon Sodom and Gomorrah of their destruction. He knew. He knew in advance. And our Lord says, he doesn't, no one knows the day or the hour, of course, because that is represented as the rapture, the enlightening that has occurred in a lot of us that have been resurrected already. The ones we're now ready to go in. We're ready to go in, and we've been learning, we've been taught by the Lord, and we're ready to go to the next phase. I'm just praying this week that the Lord comes back and makes it clear to those of us that have been following him in a physical way, whereas before it was a spiritual way, but now it will be in a physical way. And I think Lot is a perfect example of that, because he saw the angels warned him, hey, look, the destruction is coming. He had time to warn his family, and then he was going to leave, but he kind of hesitated, and then they grabbed him by the shoulder and took him out of there. I think it's going to be similar for us, in the fact that we're being warned, and it's going to occur, and it's going to happen. We just need to know the stairway up. You need to know how the stairs represent communication, and going up and down on the stairs is just really being in prayer with God and hearing him and hearing his voice. And I'm just praying that happens. I'm just, Lord, please, every single one of the people that hear this message, Lord, that you could open their ears and their eyes, that they could understand what you're saying to them individually. And anyways, that's kind of the dream that I had, and I've been kind of mulling it over, and I hope it brings you some light and some peace and some revelation in some way. Yeah, so I think that's all I want to say today, and many blessings, and the Lord be with you. Love you guys all. Have a great day.